Hello, people. This is Cracker Black. With hopefully with I'm auditioning for my buddy Omelet and his joint adventure with Black Diamond Broadcasting. I love that shit. It's in Michigan. Michigan's cool. I'm going up there next week. But this is a bad idea to drive with. So we got that out of the way. I gotta go to court up there. And I'd like them to know that I could do these PSAs on here and help some people out and, think through what I've done wrong. Kind of just community service to be fucking awesome. And, Omelet, the fucking very funny comedian, better than Howard Stern, blew him out of the water in South Florida when he was in that market against him. Howard's lame ass. Robin, fucking Jackie the joke man. Jackie was funny. But, that was probably the issue. Anyway, alright. I had a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon, and 3 of them had been consumed. It was about 10:30 in the morning. I wasn't drunk. I was speeding. The Michigan cops pulled me over. And I was still drunk from the night before. I didn't know it. And I refused breathalyzer because the cop told me that, in his opinion, I was too impaired to drive in the state of Michigan. Well, fuck, I was going back to Wisconsin. I was like, well, I bet you I can make the Wisconsin border and without hitting anything. And he laughed. He at least had a sense of humor. I mean, they weren't dicks like they are in Florida. They don't want to take you to jail for drinking up there because everybody gauges things in distance of 6-pack, 12-pack, or case up there in that godforsaken frozen tundra. But it's pretty cool, really. But yeah, I had been partying at Lake Michigan in Wisconsin the night before, and my aunt told me she didn't want me drinking and driving, but she goes, you know what I mean by that, don't drive drunk. I don't care if you have a couple beers. Well, that's how they look at it up there. That shit is such a staple of society that you go into a 7-Eleven and can buy a half gallon of vodka for $5.99. Right next to the goddamn sour wormies. Ain't nothing like a good old bottle of Popov and some sour wormies. But you have to drink responsibly and eat your sour wormies responsibly too, because I have a cavity here, and I don't want anybody to mix high sugar foods with, sugar cane vodka. It's a horrible idea. I spent years doing that, and it led me to Michigan, drinking PBR at 10:30 in the morning, trying to hair the dog it. Yeah, but when they spun around, man, I looked in the rearview mirror and like, fuck, they're coming. Oh, and my wife at the time, we're newly divorced, but I still do love her, because she is a gangster like this. She, let me see how I should put this, took the weed we had and hid it where they couldn't look without being really intrusive, if you know what I'm saying. And I put the pipe in my shorts. Well, she said she didn't have shit. Well, when he was making me walk the line out on the road, the fucking weed pipe fell out of my shorts on the damn highway. He goes, oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, man, that's unfortunate. And I'm like, do you want me to cuff him now or what? So I knew I was wrong for dropping it in front of him. And it's his job to catch that kind of thing. And it's the people standing outside the bar where I had pulled over near. It's their job to laugh at that kind of thing. And I said, listen, man, I will take all of the charges you want to put on me and Brittany. Just let her go, And there ain't no sense of 2 of us going to jail, because I knew, I was going in. And it was my aunt's truck. And she trusted me to make better decisions. And she's still pissed to this day. And so forgiveness is apparently it's an acquired taste. When you're in bed and you get a phone call saying, hey, it's 10:30 in the morning and your nephew is getting your truck impounded if you don't get him pick it up. But she was more pissed about the weed, which was legal in Michigan if you had a medical marijuana card. But I wasn't going to go all the way up to goddamn Lake Superior to get a pot card when all I wanted to do was smoke a joint for the, 4th of July party or whatever it was they were having on Lake Michigan. If it wasn't for all these firemen getting hammered and playing this game where they blow a keg down a wire with fire hoses against one another until they, make it to the other side. It wasn't for that damn game. I was so enamored with it, never seen nothing like it, being a Floridian. I couldn't stop watching it. And then they had some sort of Chili Peppers cover band that I went to watch. And after that, started getting dark. And they were pretty goddamn good. And they did like Primus too. And they're a Wisconsin band out of Green Bay somewhere. I think they were called Tell Your Mother, or some sort of insult about your mom. And I knocked a little kid away to get a koozie so I could have this shitty cover band that really have their koozie, because I wanted a souvenir. And I got one, alright. It was on the fucking beer that I was drinking when I got pulled over the next day. And Brittany's suitcasing of the marijuana was for naught, because he said, I found the pipe on him, and I know you have it, and he ain't saying that you do. He's saying he wants to take all the charges, but there shouldn't be any charges for you if you ain't got it. And she gave it to him, and they charged her with possession of a gram. She got a warrant. She ain't going to go handle it. I'm going to go handle mine, because I want to do public service to make sure you do not drive impaired in the state of Michigan, and don't have an open container, and don't have a coochie full of fucking loud either. And, they're going to make you give it up. And if you go into the facility and they find it's a felony, that's how they got her to tell on herself. But she wasn't going to make me wear that charge, even though I was willing to. She was, she'd take a charge for your ass. She'd get a little gangster. So Westman, if you ever need her to go to jail for your soft ass, she'll do it. Although I doubt that, you probably got the money to bond out. You ain't been paying your taxes. Shit. Got a buddy at the IRS says that you better be getting on your public service announcements, boy. I'm kidding. All is good. Have a happy life with my ex-wife. You're gonna have to deal with a whole fucking hell of a lot of crazy, boy. Well, that's me breaking my chops in on the new YouTube format. Cracker Black Diamond Broadcasting sizzle reel. I'm trying to work my way in there to a upstart, man. iPods and podcasts are the wave of the past, but that wave is approaching the future, and we're gonna promote the shit out of Omelet Radio and Black Diamond. Then I love that Kiss song, man. Ooh, Black Diamond. Even though Omelet doesn't know I'm coming, even I'm just gonna show up and tell him that I need some airtime, some FaceTime to make my PSAs, so the judge will take mercy on my soul. I love you guys.